Hello, 8th grade. Today is a lecture on 11.4. Before I start, I got a joke for you. Why didn't the two fours want to go to dinner? Because they already ate. Ha 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 ha. Okay, we're going to multiply and divide rational expressions today. Remember, when you're multiplying and dividing rational expressions, it's the same as when you're multiplying and dividing rational numbers. You multiply across the denominator and across the numerator. Okay, so for example, A divided by B times B divided by C equals AC over BD. Straight across the top, straight across the bottom. It's the same with polynomials. So this is just a review. Divide, multiply by the reciprocal of the divisor. So if you have A divided by B divided by C, you get A over B times D over C. We flip the divisor. So you end up with AD divided by BC. Okay, that's a little bit of a recall to make sure you remember the rules. These are more complicated problems because you're dealing with polynomials, but all of the rules are the same. They still apply. So here's our first example. 3x cubed divided by 4x times 8x divided by 15x to the fourth. Now, remember the rules for multiplying powers or dividing powers. When multiplying powers, you keep the base and add the exponents. When dividing powers, you keep the base and subtract the exponents. The bases have to be the same in order for you to multiply and divide those powers together. So for here, we're doing our whole numbers, which equal 24, our whole numbers here, which equal 60. X cubed times x is x to the fourth. X times x to the fourth is x to the fifth. So we can simplify our whole numbers down, we can simplify our variables down, and we get 2 divided by 5x. Hopefully everybody understands that. 2/5 is 24/60th simplified, and x to the fourth over x to the fifth. We keep the base, subtract 4 minus 5, which is a -1, which means that it's down there on the bottom. Or you can say you have, for here, you have x times x times x times x divided by x times x times x times x times x, right? Then we know that these 4 can cancel. We're left with 1x in the denominator, okay? Now, another way to look at this is the same problem. 3x cubed divided by 4x times 8x divided by 15x to the fourth. That's the same problem. Well, remember when we had rational numbers that we would multiply, we could cross simplify. You can do the same thing here. So the 3 and the 15 can cross simplify to being 1 and 5. The 4 and the 8 can cross simplify to being 2 and 1. Then we can also do that with the variables. We're cross-simplifying that, leaving 1x, because this is a 3, this is a 4, there's 1x left here, and those just cancel out. And so automatically, before we had to do any of that multiplication and get the big numbers like 24 and 60, we could have just cross-simplified to get 2 over 5x. There are many ways to do these problems, okay? So what might work for you may be a different way that somebody else does it. So just make sure that you're following the rules for multiplication and division when dealing with fractions, and do the way that works or makes sense for you. So I'll try to keep showing different ways to do things. So here's another problem. The next example, again, these examples are in your book, so you can follow along with those also. See the book's explanation and my explanation, and hopefully one or both will make sense. So x divided by 3x squared minus 9x times x minus 3 divided by 2x squared plus x minus 3. Now, these are polynomials that need to be simplified or factored first. They need to be factored first The other ones were already in the simplest factors. They were already in the factors. So here we can look at this one and say what's in common between those two, because that's the first thing when you're factoring a polynomial. Remember, the first thing you want to look for is are there factors that are in common? Because I'm going to pull those out first before I factor it to binomials and so on. So here we have a 3x in common, and we're left with x minus 3. We have our 3x that we didn't change here, and then this trinomial we can factor to the two binomials, 2x plus 3 and x minus 1. So we can put that all together, right? Multiply across the top, x times x minus 3, and then multiply across the bottom, which is just writing those factors next to each other, multiplying them together. Then we can cancel what's in common right here, and we're left with 1 over 3 times the quantity 2x plus 3 times the quantity x minus 1. This one, we could have cross-canceled here also, right? We couldn't have cross-canceled here. We would have had to wait till we get here to do this. Now, you can simplify top and bottom also. You just have to be careful that you have it in the factored form before you start doing that so you don't confuse yourself. Okay, another example, 7x divided by x squared plus 5x plus 4 times the quantity x plus 4. And again, when you just have that listed, remember you can write it as a rational number or in fraction form by just putting it over 1, which is what I did right here. And then you can see that this trinomial needed to be factored. So I factored that to two binomials. And then you can see here that we combine the 7 times the x plus 4, right, across the top and across the bottom, or canceled out the x plus 4, and we are left with 7x divided by x plus 1. Next one. Now, those were all multiplication. Now we're in division. What do we have to do when we divide rational numbers or rational expressions? We have to use the reciprocal. We don't really divide, we multiply by the reciprocal. So 4n divided by n plus 5 divided by n minus 9 divided by n plus 5. So we're going to rewrite that as a multiplication problem. We flipped the numerator and the denominator, right? The divisor is what's flipped, so our divided by portion is the one that is flipped, and we're left with, and then I cross-canceled that after I flipped it. Instead of multiplying across the top and across the bottom, I just cross-canceled those, and we're left with 4n divided by n minus 9. Another division problem, this time they didn't write this one in fraction form, so you can rewrite it with a fraction form, and then we're changing our division to multiplication and using the reciprocal. But these now have to be factored before we can do that multiplication. So I got it in this form before I started factoring it out. Really doesn't matter if you want to do it the other way first. It's just more factors that you're going to have to deal with, making sure you put in the right place. So now it's in the multiplication that we need, and what do we see here? Difference between two squares. So we know quickly how we can factor that because our middle term is gone and we have a perfect square and a perfect square. So we have x plus 3, x minus 3 divided by 4x squared times the 1 over x minus 3. I cross-canceled, didn't have to. You could just go across the top, across the bottom, and then start canceling. And then we're left with x plus 3 divided by 4x squared. Remember, you can't cancel any x's out because these are terms that we can't separate. We can only cancel out or simplify down the factors. Okay, so this is your homework for 11-4, 10 through 44 even, 46 through 51 all. 51 will be the extra credit. And I apologize, this is a lot of problems, but this is something you really have to just practice in order to get the hang of it. You can go through this chapter and do the checkpoints for each of those examples as well. So if you follow along this video and you pause it after each example, if you want to do the checkpoints, you have the solutions for those in the solution key that I sent you. So you can always do those and check them before you go on to your homework. If not, just go on to your homework, check them. You can always do odd problems if you find a section that you missed a whole bunch of them. Go back and do some of the odd problems. You have the answers there too, so you can check those. And then let me know if you have any problem. Thank you. Have a great day.